Well, hello again, my friends and family of YouTube. Sorry that I haven't been around lately. I've been doing a lot of streaming on Twitch, but I haven't been streaming on there as of recently, merely because of the fact that I had a couple of biopsies done, and I essentially have two nickel-sized and nickel-depth holes essentially in my skin right now, and I've been in a lot of pain. So I haven't done much of anything. However, I'm feeling a little bit better today, and because the topic at hand has kind of cleared over the last several days, figured it might as well be time to go ahead and talk about it. And as the stream title suggests, this is the end of Lolcow Live, at least for me. I don't see a point from this moment on, after I am done covering this. After this stream is over, I'm not going to cover this subject again unless something extremely significant happens. And quite frankly, with what I have come to discover, I don't really think that's going to happen anyway. So we are going to get into exactly why and what and where and all that good stuff. So, as the thumbnail suggests, I do believe that up to this point that Lolcow Live 100%, without much of a shadow of a doubt, is indeed entirely, if not mostly, well, we'll be generous, we'll say mostly fake. So here's what has happened if people are not completely caught up on this, which I wouldn't be surprised if you aren't. You kinda have to be around YouTube and whatnot in order to catch up on this sort of thing. But as of over the past weekend, all the way up until Wednesday, there was some backstage, behind the scenes shenanigans that went on with the Lolcow Live podcast. Now, on the Lolcow Live podcast, there are usually 4 different hosts. There is, of course, the Booger Man. There is Jordy, also known as Wings of Redemption. And there is, of course, the gnome himself, Keemstar. Sugar! Sorry, my cat's yelling. Anyways, and then there is Tommy C. Now, Tommy C was at the very beginning of whenever the whole shenanigans started. Whenever Boogie first was called out for the cancer lie. After that stream, he had a vacation that he took, and he didn't come back until Thursday of that week. And he was, at least what is last week rather, and he wanted to get back into streaming. Well, whenever that happened, Keem decided to introduce the NDA to everybody. And of course, the NDA was supposed to be about keeping everyone from discussing finances. At least that was the main crux of the idea for the NDA. Now, whether or not that is completely true, honestly, is up in the air. Just honestly just doesn't really matter. Because what happened was, is good old Tommy C decided that it's an NDA, I'm not signing it. And there is, of course, some shenanigans involved in that, which I personally am not going to get into because it's not a very good idea for anyone who is not legal savvy. Anyways, so Tommy C decides not to sign the NDA. He is being pressured from Keemstar, probably being pressured from the other two, at least by Boogie, because for whatever reason, ever since the whole cancer scare happened, and the whole cancer scam, rather, let me call it, the whole cancer scam happened, Boogie has changed course and has now decided to become what everybody rightfully calls the mini Keemstar. He tries to emulate the energy and the attitude that Keemstar has. So, probably being pressured by both Keemstar and Boogie, Tommy continuously and sternly tells them that he's not signing this NDA. So, because they're not streaming, because in actuality they're refusing to do a stream unless the NDA is signed, Tommy decides to go and do his own, and he be's respectful about it. He doesn't talk about what's going on behind the scenes. As a matter of fact, he just does his own thing. You know, it seems pretty par for the course. Then Saturday rolls along, and whenever Saturday rolls along, suddenly the idea is that not only are we not going to see Tommy C again, but Tommy C is fired. Of course, because this happens, Tommy C goes on his own streaming thing, and he decides to just kind of do a little expose, and the main reason why he does this is because not only was Keemstar saying that he's fired, but that he also wasn't going to be paid for the month of July. Now, full disclosure, as of Wednesday, that has changed. Tommy C is getting paid the money that he's owed. Quite frankly, good for him. He deserves it. He was there until, well, he couldn't be there anymore, essentially. And he got what he wanted and needed out of it. You know, bravo to him. What this stream is more or less picking back up on is the shenanigans that goes on after this is all said and done. So after this is all said and done, Tommy C goes on to do some streams. He talks about the behind the scenes stuff with Lolcow Live and all that. And he essentially spills the beans of the fact that Lolcow Live is not entirely Jerry Springer level legit, I guess you could say. If you all don't get that reference, Jerry Springer was, of course, a big name in television. He also had the idea of being on daytime TV, and kind of went off on the whole idea that the entire show was real from beginning to end. You know, as turns out later down the road, of course, that's not the case. However, up until this point, we have been led to believe that everything that happens on Lolcow is 100% legit, is 100% real. No talks go on beforehand. They just kind of go on, bring up subjects, talk about them for 2.5 hours, whatever, and then head on about their day. Turns out that that's not entirely true. The only parts of Lolcow Live as of recently that have been legit was the Boogie faking cancer ordeal and that whole thing. That was basically where the realness begins and ends. As we all know now, Boogie, of course, faked cancer. He may or may not have been lying about his past abuse by his parents and other people. And he was confronted several times about these things. After that, he started coming on the Lolcow Livecast after that, dressed up as a clown, calling himself Tipples, which is funny, and essentially just playing up the whole twitted my tipples thing. Now, that being hilarious in and of itself, the main thing that I have come to realize is that old Boogie, either being forced by the trolling behavior of Keem himself or otherwise, is trying to be forced into faking his outrage, essentially. As we had seen especially over the confronting him over his past abuse tales, he was very animated, was doing for a guy who can't mow his like 2 strips of lawn without saying his heart's going to explode. He sure to God could bounce up and down in his chair like a bunny rabbit for over 2 hours and not show any sort of signs of his heart giving out. And sure, he sat there and huffed and puffed like the big bad wolf, but other than that, didn't really show signs of being tired, just more or less caught up in the moment, caught up in that excitement. This past Lolcow, they spent the first little bit of the cast talking about payment for July, talking about the Tommy C situation, and of course, as said, Tommy C is getting paid what he's owed. But now they went into the prospect of possibly not paying Boogie for July. And of course, Boogie throws a fit over this. Now we're going to watch that particular part, and I would like to give a big shout out, even though it's going to be basically piss in the wind and whenever it comes to me doing it, because I don't really have a gigantic audience or anything. But either way, big ups for the road. Big ups and a shout out to Breaking Banquet, who got this clip, and it's the clip that we're going to watch, and we're going to watch the whole thing. So his intro is going to be in there, and I am also, when the stream is over, maybe even during the video itself, I'm going to link good old Breaking Banquet in the description as well, so that way he gets the proper condolences and the proper shout outs that he's owed, because it's his clip after all. So we're going to get into this. I'm going to be loading this up right now while I'm continuing to squawk at you all. But I think, and I have some evidence to back that all of this is very much just it had some good memories, and it had some memeable moments, and was pretty popular for that little bit of week that it was out, but as of now has definitely ran its course, and I think that it is right now pretty much without a shadow of a doubt got some fakery to it. Like I said, people can come to their own conclusions and they can think what they want, but I'm in the ballpark, in the court of that it's definitely faked to some degree. Like I said, probably like a Jerry Springer level of things. Oh, it's all real here, guys. Turns out not so much. And that's sad, because for entertainment wise, it was definitely along the lines of daytime TV, but it just has lost all of the what would you call it? Lost all of the style, all the touch, lost all of the magic that it had. It just doesn't have it anymore. So, with that in mind, I would like to take the time out, first of all, to say thank you to everyone who's coming in and going to be watching this with me, and hopefully by the time that we are done, that you just, not necessarily that you agree with my side of things, but just that you can understand my point of view. That's really all I'm looking for. I don't want to convert anybody who thinks that Lolcow Live's the best thing ever, and that it's the best thing since sliced bread, or whatever saying you want to use. If you want to keep watching it, you can. It doesn't matter to me. However, I would very much like to just give my own opinion, and like I said, that opinion is, I'm going to show some evidence to back it up, that I do believe that up to this point, at least, it is kind of faked. So, I'm going to update the description so that way we got Breaking Banquet's link down there, and then we will get started with this. Okay, and it's Breaking Banquet's channel right here. Then I just go over here and I grab this and I throw it right here, and there we go. Alright, so let's save that and pop on over. So this video, as you're going to see, is called Boogie2988. It has a mental breakdown when he figures out he's not getting paid this month. Now, the main thing that I want us all to focus on is Boogie's explosion whenever it comes to this particular thing here. Oh, do I not have this ready already? Well, we're going to get it ready. Let's call it video. And yeah, we're just going to... We'll go ahead and capture the server. We're not going to capture the client area because it's dumb. And then we're going to move her on down. Cool. So let's get rid of that. And let's edit this real quick so that way it's not interfering with nothing. I don't think we care if Boogie's face is stretched out and fat, do we? Nah, I didn't think we did. Alright. So, once again, thank you, Breaking Banquet. I am definitely subscribing to you, sir. So, there's my public support. Alright, let's move on.
Okay.
No.
Okay, calm down for a second.
No. Give me like $4,000 from charity back at the internet.
Got money. Bro, calm down.
I don't even...
This intro is always golden, by the way. And of course YouTube is doing its dumb bullshit.
A Reddit user put out, pay Tommy out of Boogie shares. He doesn't deserve to make money off of his cancer lies and scamming people, which we 100% are doing that.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Blowing out.
Jordy, did you hear what he just said?
What? That we're taking your money? We are taking your money.
You can't get paid in the month of August for faking cancer. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious, dude. You tried to buy me off of the show. You fired me. We told.
All right, now we're gonna pause right there. Tried to buy me off of the show, so this is kind of where I said where the shit ends up showing the stilts that it's trying to use for legs. They in no way, shape, or form have shares. These do not exist. Tommy himself kind of exposed this in his own stream where he was talking about Lolcow Live and all their shenanigans. And essentially what it boiled down to is they talk about, oh, we have shares, and I have some shares, Boogie has shares, Wings has shares, so on and so forth. Everybody's got some shares, don't worry about it. Well, this isn't true. Nobody has shares. There's no such thing. This man right here owns all of it, and what he does is he takes all of the profit that comes from this show and he splits it up between the hosts. Now, because of the fact that Tommy is now out of the picture, it is no longer a 25-25-25-25 split. It is now a 33-33-33 split. 33.3 if you want to be more mathematically accurate. But that 33.3 repeating is not even a share. It's just the amount of profits that everybody gets. So he gets 33.3, he gets 33.3, he gets 30.3, but all of the money goes to him and he just splits it. Now, can we say that there is a conspiracy that maybe Tommy was taken out of the equation because they wanted to split up the shares to be that way? I would say that it's definitely a possibility. I would not say that that's out of the realm of possibility at all, to be honest. But I digress, of course. So, just to let everybody know, and just so it is out there, this man gets all the profits, splits it between the hosts. There are no shares.
tore up that contract. Team, I donated $4,000 of my money to charity. My bank account's pretty much at zero right.
Oh, and by the way, along with that, there was no contract to rip up. Just saying, there was no, and there was also no digital contract to Control-Alt-Delete either. So
now I don't even have enough to get through this month. What's going to happen to me on August 1st, team?
Okay,
No.
okay, calm down for a second.
What's happening to me on August 1st?
calm
My
down.
mortgage is due. My health insurance is due.
Calm down.
you
It would, Boogie, it would be incredibly unethical for you to get paid on our best month ever because you faked cancer.
I already gave the money away.
No,
I already gave the money away. I was hoping to get some of it back, but I already donated $4,000 of that paycheck to charity. It's already in a cancer charity hands. Now what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I have a $2,000 mortgage hitting the third. I have health insurance.
So far, I don't know if anybody else is catching on as I am, but this is where I said that this whole shit is being highly drawn out, highly faked, because Boogie, of course, is doing his yelling and screaming and there, oh my god, I already gave all my shit away, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, no. Sure, he did donate to charity. We can definitely say that that's the case. There isn't anything that says otherwise, as far as I know, anyway. He did indeed give $3,000 to St. Jude's, which, good on him. That's honestly what you should do, especially after you're caught doing a very malicious and, dare I say, evil act of faking one of the worst things that anybody could have happen to them. Everybody in the world at some point has friends or family or someone that they know and care about suffer and die from cancer. So the idea that he's able to just fake it and be like, well, it's over, guys, I'm getting paid for all this and everything else. There should be some sort of karma to get back to him. And of course, he gave $3,000. He says it was the last of his money. Obviously not, because after doing that, he went and got a tattoo, and I'm pretty sure he got DoorDash and some pizza and everything else. So it wasn't all of his money, which we'll find out a little bit later. That Wings says, "Hey, we've seen your bank account. You got $9,000 in there." So, of course, he's not broke. Much like someone like Darkside Phil, this guy doesn't need to beg for money because he's not really hurting on money. He claims that he is, but he's not. Darkside feels the same way. He loves to say that he is broke, is going to be broke, has all these bills coming out, he's not going to be able to afford them, and everybody needs to help him. It's just not true. But anyways.
Lecture, you want me to be on this show? I have to have lights! I have to pay for it! I'll send you a screen cap! I'm like...
His microphone is going in and out.
Dude, calm down.
This is...
No!
Bullshit. Get
Are you
nothing.
even thinking about this? Why should you make money faking cancer? That's insane.
Oh, here's another thing. And this is this is a little off topic, but it does have to do with the Booker man here. I will have to find the video, but there's one thing I want to call attention to real quick. His background. I think this was called out. It was called out within the last 7 days, so within the last week. But the room that he's in is the same room that he's been broadcasting from for years. And of course, whenever this whole cancer thing happened, that's whenever we got the new background, and he's like, oh, I took down all the Boogie 2988 thing. I just get tired of looking at it. I don't want anything to do with that whole Boogie 2988 image. This is just Steven. This is Steven right now. No. He's looking off to the side here. And he does this all the time. He's done this throughout the entire change of his background, and the reason why he's looking over here is because his desk has just been turned around. He's facing essentially what would be the left-hand wall if you walk into the room that he streams from. The left-hand wall of his room in this little corner here is blank, but everything from this side over, right off screen, is where all of his stuff still is. He's still got all of his memorabilia over there. He's got all the stuff that he streams with. It's still right over there. And anytime that he looks off, he's looking at it. He is looking at that stuff. So, quit calling yourself a covert narcissist there, Boogie. It's obvious. You're not covert at all.
Like, we can't do that.
You're out of your mind. You're out of your... Dude, I can't be homeless.
The good news,
Dude,
Boogie, is banks will work with you.
No, they fucking... Well, you want me to be able to live stream if I don't have internet, if I don't have power, if I don't have electricity, if I don't have running water, if I can't live in a house? How will I be on this show? You make that make sense, genius? Make that make sense, genius?
Wait. Do you even understand how this looks? That you're freaking out this much?
I don't give a how it looks. I have to... You want me to be on the show? I have to be able to pay my mortgage.
I know. Calm down. Calm down.
I have to pay my
okay,
bill.
Calm down. What do you think?
I have to pay my light bill.
What do you think this whole chat is thinking right now? All right. Oh, Boogie
I don't get...
wants to profit off of faking cancer. Oh, Boogie wants to
profit. Give me my $4,000 from charity back, and I'll be able to make it through the month.
Oh, so give you the $4,000 back that you gave the charity, so it's not even really giving it to charity.
What he deserves. Pay Tommy 25% of the work he got paid out of my account. Where's the rest of the money go at that point? Where's the rest of the money?
Give me the $4,000 that I gave to charity back, and then I'll continue doing the show. Okay.
Go at that point.
I don't know. Me and Wings will have to split it.
If you want me on the show, you have to. I have to be able to pay my bills.
Let me.
I have to be able to pay my bills.
Okay, let me figure out where your cut of the money is going to go. 1 minute.
It needs to go into my goddamn...
1 minute. Tommy C, do you still work at local? Oh, you don't? Okay, thank you. Wings, did you fake cancer?
I have not, no.
I also haven't faked cancer, so me and Wings are going to split it.
I mean, like, we're kind of over a barrel. We got to pay Tommy C, too, so he might get some of your...
Well, Tommy C's get...
Joe.
So this is the reason why I said that they have to... They're having to work something up in order to get that outrage that Boogie was so infamous for the last few streams. Oh my god. So another thing, and that's another reason why, you know, shit's fake and boring. At least now it is, now that the whole cancer thing is over with. I'm just giggling whenever I watch this because I am seeing Boogie's Francis acting skills come through, and it just makes me giggle because even those videos at the time, you know, they're meme worthy and whatnot, but they weren't necessarily like highlights of acting performance or anything like that. But that's what I'm seeing whenever I see just that stone look on his face. It's like he's getting into the Francis mindset so he can get angry. But anyways, there's another thing that came up, and that was the secret stream, the Discord stream that was leaked by Nicholas Diorio. And Nicholas let us in on the whole scoop that they were doing this whole Discord stream. And, you know, they were talking about... this was before Keem agreed to pay Tommy. So at the time, he was talking about how Tommy already got paid for June. He didn't work any of July. He's not getting any of that money, not paying him, fuck him. And they were trying to find a replacement for Tommy C. So they were doing like host tryouts, quote unquote. It wasn't really host tryouts, to be fair. And then the second thing that they were looking for is for people to make shorts of the podcast. So make shorts of the show and release them on their own channels. And then as they get bigger and more viral, Keem would reach out to those people, would essentially be like, hey, you made a really good short with our show. Here's $50. Here's $75. Here's $100, I think, was the biggest quote-unquote bounty that you could get from that. And overall, that's just kind of, in my opinion, it's very scummy to do, but, you know, it is what it is. But they were basically wanting people to work for free. They weren't going to have people on a payroll or anything. It was just basically going to be like, oh, you made a viral clip of our show? And of course, using shorts, it's like 60 seconds or something like that. I know shorts is, just as it says, they're short clips. It's like 60 seconds or something odd of their show. It's like, oh, you made a good short, here's $100. So it was basically just free work. And then they ended up concluding toward the end of that talk that they were going to use AI to produce these shorts themselves. Now, I don't know if that's the case. Frankly, I don't give a shit. But yeah, that happened. And then, of course, Nick tried to talk to Keem about the finances, and was eventually booted off the show. They figured out he was broadcasting the show, like restreaming it, so they banned him out of the Discord server. And then Keem had this big phone call with him, and that's where we got to see the true side of Keemstar the Gnome, and that's something I will go into in a little bit. But let's continue to watch Steven's acting skills.
Oh, Tommy C's getting $6,000 or whatever the fuck it is.
Is this a joke? Dude, listen,
you gotta be
how
serious.
can I be on the show? No, make sense. Do you want me on the show in August? Do you want me on the show in August at all? Because if you do, I have the internet, you dumb supposed to do that without power. How am I supposed to be on the show? This goddamn...
Bro, you got money. Bro, okay, who even believes this? But who even... Calm down. Chill out for a second. Chill out. Just listen. Catch your breath. Calm down.
Power and internet.
Calm down. Stop. Listen, there isn't a single person that believes if you don't get this $6,000, you're not going to be able to pay your light bill. Come on.
Check your text right now. I'll show you every goddamn dime I have.
Chat, he should not make money off of faking.
So, this dude right here, more than willing to show his bank statement. More than willing to show his bank account to Keem. But whenever it comes to those medical records, man, can't do it. Right. You see where the work is? I do. I'm seeing it.
Cancer. Come on. Come on.
Like you're willing to show him your whole bank account?
Here's every goddamn dime I have. It's
Every
every
goddamn
goddamn time
time.
I have, Dan.
Every damn
How
God.
to pay $2,000 mortgage, $750 health insurance, $500. It's high in Arkansas. The power bill alone's $500 right now.
How is your power bill $500? That, I think, in and of itself is a little strange. Do you all keep all of your lights on 24/7? I don't know. That seems a little strange to me.
Internet's $150.
Okay.
How am I going to make $3,000?
150 internet, he's definitely got like a business line, because otherwise most places ain't going to charge you $150.
Pay for $6,000.
Why are they saying this though? Okay, why are they saying this on Reddit? Pay Tommy at a boogie share. He doesn't deserve to make money off of his cancer lies and scamming people. Why are they saying that? Is that not a good point?
It doesn't matter if it's a good point. It matters if you
Are
want
they
me
wrong?
on the show.
Wait, but
if they want me on the show,
No,
I have to have lights on. I have to power. I have to.
See, this is another reason why I find it comical. Because Keem is, he's leaned over, he's laughing, he's giggling at this. Wings every now and again is shaking his head with a smile. Yeah, they're definitely trying to reinvigorate, to get that animation out of Boogie again, and it's not really working. Sadly enough for him, it's just not really working. Either way, other than that, he's also giggling and laughing because it boils down to the whole idea of Boogie saying that line over and over and over again. Do you want me on the show? Do you want me on the show? Do you want me on the show? Do they want me on the show? It doesn't matter what they want. What they want is completely irrelevant, and we figured that out too. Because good old Keemy Gnome Star, he runs the whole damn thing. So it doesn't matter what anybody wants, as long as he gets to. It doesn't matter what anybody wants, because he's running the whole damn thing anyway. He figures out who stays and who goes, who gets what amount of money and who doesn't. It's all been in his pocket from the beginning. So it doesn't matter what anybody else wants. And he's trying to play to the audience, of course, because that's what he's supposed to do as the showman. But in all honesty, none of it matters.
Internet!
If you wanted power and internet, you should have showed your medical records as quickly as you showed your bank account.
Good point, Wayne.
Bank account doesn't have my social security on it. You dumb fat fuck!
Well, and speaking about Tommy not working in July, you know who else didn't work in July? Boogie. Because you were...
Here every episode!
Yeah, but you were... But
I did work even when I wasn't. I was dedicated to the show even when I was not the
employee.
Face tattoo. I got face tattoo for the show.
But he wasn't an employee because he got fired, remember? And then he got rehired.
Doesn't matter. I still did the work. I still did the work. I still did the work.
Okay.
I still did the work.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
Oogie, Lord Rush is willing to buy your gold play button.
I don't even... Damn it!
Wait.
Tim, would you be willing to send his gold play button back so he can pay the light bill?
But...
Send his gold play button back to him so he can pay the light bill.
How the fuck do I show somebody?
Okay. All right. Well, can you calm down so we can actually have a conversation about this? Or is it just going to be yelling?
Boogie really needs to use the $9,000 that he has left over in his account and get him a better fucking mic stand. That's what he ought to do.
Screaming.
Oh, there he is. He's looking off at his memorabilia over here. It's off in the other side of the room, just past this little camera line here. just past that, there's all the Boogie 2988 stuff. The only thing that's not there's the golden play button, obviously, but everything else is there.
I'm literally
I'm huffing. I'm puffing. Oh god, I'm so mad.
pass out.
You're gonna have a heart attack, dog. That bill's gonna be extreme. You for a man in your situation with no paycheck.
I just want you to hear
Don't
the
need that
point.
bill.
I want you to hear the points that I'm trying to make. One,
I get the point. You need to hear my point. No electricity, no show, no internet, no show, no water,
But
no
you're-
show,
but
no
you're lying.
health insurance, no show.
but you're lying. You.
How? How am I lying?
God.
Oh, you think I can break the laws of physics? You think I can stream without internet and electricity? How can I do that? I'm a liar. Electricity works.
Damn, continues to scream until it just his Mac just keeps bleeding him out.
So you think you should be paid for July? Faking cancer. Let's just be
Donated
clear.
4,000. I donated everything you're giving me back. I
Okay.
already gave it away.
So I'm being scammed
gave it
again.
away.
So I'm being scammed again.
How are you being scammed? You paid me for the work I
Being
did. What's
scammed
the
again.
scam? You paid me for the work I did. What's the scam? I was here. Tommy wasn't. You're gonna pay Tommy money when he wasn't here, and I was.
Look,
and I'm not getting paid. Look at my face. Look at my face. I was here.
Okay.
I was.
And
I
fade
did
it.
the
Hey, you're saying
Man,
you're
that-
penniless here, but like this bank account statement.
That wonderful face tattoo that he got is really really faded to the point you can barely fucking see the damn thing. Alright, I'm gonna take a really quick BRB break and I will be back. Okay, I am back, and I've taken some inspiration from Boogie, and I have decided to delve into my own inner Keemstar and made me some popcorn while we continue to watch the shit show proper. Alright, so let's get right back into it.
Maybe to say penniless.
And here's the thing with Tommy. Yes, I do feel like I'm scammed with Tommy, but at the end of the day, he's leaving the show. He's not going to be here anymore. Why not just throw him an extra $3,000?
Then so am I.
Why not throw him an extra?
I can't be on the show
I can't even
without
say
internet.
I can't even say what I'm saying.
Then so am I. Then
Like-
so am I. Because I can't be here without internet. I can't be here without internet. How do I stream without internet?
Okay, the
How do I
show.
stream?
Okay, you're not getting
You're
paid,
not
but the
gonna
show
be
will
without
pay for your internet.
bud.
There you go.
And water, and electricity, and mortgage, and everything else. It has to, because otherwise I can't. How the live here?
Just-
What do I have internet to a house I don't fucking own anymore.
Yo, how are you gonna get repossessed? How's your house gonna get repossessed in like a month? You're gonna get a paycheck
Yeah, I'll
in a
come.
month.
How do I fucking call it off? You're turning your everything I said to CoffeeZilla becomes true now. You literally aren't paying me for work.
Boogie. For somebody that's so keen on his balance, why are you doing instant transfers on PayPal for $12?
Wings. Should I really not pay him? Like, honestly, he is gonna make money from faking cancer. Like, I come across this tweet and I was like, damn, that really does make sense. Pay out Tommy at a Boogie share. He doesn't deserve to make money off his cancer license.
Oh, but you do, right? You're gonna cash your check next month. Jordy's fat ass is fine with profiting off
I'm
of
doing
it.
extra
Tommy's
work.
fine. Tommy's fine.
Hey, I'm the
Tommy's fucking fine.
one that held you
I was the
accountable.
one in the tattoo chair. I'm the one who sat here and let Nahar and Medicare talk about my views for 3 hours. Talk about me getting my fucking dick inked for the fun, for the jerk off amusements for 3 this goddamn show. That's sick, disgusting.
Do you want to work?
Wait.
Stop. Okay. Do you want to work this out, or do you want to just yell and scream, Boogie?
I fucking yell and scream a bit more.
The acting is just so bad. I am so sorry to everybody else, but the acting is just so fucking bad. But it's just so bad. Okay, so this video is just about over, as you can see. The whole point of this, of course, is to highlight that they're trying to recreate the magic that they had whenever the whole height of the whole height of the fake cancer thing was going on. That's all that this is. And unfortunately, they just can't. Like, I know anybody else, like, from an outside view, might look at Boogie's reactions now and compare them to the reactions that he had during the review of the whole fake abuse thing, and might see the same energy. I don't. I 100% do not see the same energy. As a matter of fact, right now, what this is to me is Boogie trying to channel Francis. That's all that this is. But this isn't even the main crux of this stream. We're already an hour in, and this isn't even the main crux of this stream. We're going to get into the main crux of it in just a minute, but we have to get through this first. So let's keep going.
You got to understand what I'm saying. Can you just talk about this? Can you talk
Let's
about
talk
this?
about the fact that I understand the moral reasoning behind it. But number one, I already gave away that paycheck. I already gave it away.
No,
I donated $4,000.
You donated
I emptied my fucking bank account, hoping that I was going to be back on the show one goddamn day, and I could collect a.
He does make a solid point. like that.
Oh, hello again, Zanya. Good to see you're here with us. Here enjoying this wonderful crapshoot of a show. Yeah, it's good to see you again. We'll be this is just the first part of this two-parter thing. We'll be heading over to play some games a little bit later after I get this done and over with, because it's been stewing in my head for the last 3 or 4 days.
How about Boogie? If you can prove to us that the money came out the bank account, we'll pay you.
That's the easiest
You did-
goddamn
you
thing
did-
in the world. I've already done that. I already did it to both him and Moodhar. I already. I'll just send a
No, he
goddamn
did.
Me and the
screenshot.
chat haven't seen it. Me and the chat haven't
No,
seen it.
he did donate. He did donate. I seen the screenshots, and Muta confirmed it. And Muta also
but, like,
matched him.
Today's August 8th. At this point, the chargeback would be out of the realm of possibility. That's why I'm going.
It's so silly that Boogie's gonna profit off of faking cancer. Like that is
Just
so,
as much as you are, just as much as Jordy is, just as much as you are, just as much as Jordy is, just as much as Tommy is. You're all cashing your checks. You're all cashing your.
I know, but we
Yes.
didn't fake the cancer. We didn't fake the cancer. We didn't fake the cancer. Listen, we'll come back to this conversation later. All right. Hey, we gotta do the shopping thing.
Yeah, the shopping thing. That thing's gonna be overshadowed now.
We gotta do the shopping thing. Boogie.
It's $100 worth of groceries I couldn't afford to buy.
Okay.
I did for this fucking
Dude,
show.
look,
Wait.
you just sent us your checking account.
Do not understand. I have mortgage that hits for $2,100.
There's $9,000 in
your.
your. There's $9,000 in your account.
There's not $9,000. Look at the account. I just said you it's $3,600. I have a $500 electric bill. I have $500 worth of mortgage. I don't get paid again until the end of
With the mortgage, I was giving you a credit for $2,100 worth of mortgage.
Sorry, $2,100 worth of mortgage, $500 worth of electricity, $500 worth of health insurance. I have a doctor's appointment on the.
You obviously got a Care credit card.
I don't have a care credit card. Where the come from?
Says you got a synchrony payment.
That's a personal loan. I don't know.
Okay.
That's a personal loan for the goddamn dog.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to this conversation because we're not going to resolve it now, and we need to talk about it, right? It can't be yelling and screaming, and I'm going to have no electric and all this other stuff. We'll figure it out. But I don't want people to like stop supporting the show because you're profiting off of cancer. Like that doesn't make sense. And there was a big time period that you actually weren't hired. Remember, you got fired, and then
And
you
I
took
still
a kind
did the
of
work, and you agreed to tear up the contract and put me back on the show. I did as much work as Tommy. I
that
did
is-
as much work as Tommy. I know I did far more work than Tommy. Tommy wasn't here for any of those episodes. I was here for every goddamn one of them, even though I wasn't on the show. Now make it make sense. Tommy gets paid.
Wait, and listen, I'm so sick of talking about money. Honestly,
Me too. I signed this NDA, so I didn't have to have this exact kind of conversation in a goddamn public space.
okay, Boogie, wah wah wah. All right.
All right, that's basically it. At this point, they just move on to apparently watching them grocery shop or some dumb shit. I'm not entirely sure. I do believe that's actually the whole point after that is to go over them going grocery shopping for some dumb reason. But anyways, so long story short, as far as the Lolcow Live is concerned, like I had said, I'm not going to be talking about or watching any more of their stuff unless just like something really big or significant happens. I'm just not interested in a show that considers itself real whenever there's a lot of fake elements to it. Basically, the internet Jerry Springer. Just not really interested. So, the next thing that I want to very quickly go over because I'm not going to consider this stream to be a long one. I just wanted to cover a few quick points and then move over and do something more fun. The next thing that I wanted to cover is the possibility. It's not a distinct possibility, because I don't think that someone like Boogie or Keem or any of them are ever going to see my channel. And frankly, that's perfectly fine. But I would like to go over very quickly what would happen if Keem were to actually see this channel and hear my opinions. The whole point really would be, because Keem is very, very old YouTube internet. He would take one look at my channel and he would say that basically any opinion that I have is irrelevant, because of the fact that I have less than like 5,000 people in my chat at a time. I have less than 100,000 subscribers. My views are in the dumpster. All this stuff. That's basically what he would point out at first, and it would hammer in quite a few things. You know, be talking about the views, the channels, the subscribers. Then he would talk about how I don't show my face, how I have an avatar instead, and that somehow makes me less than viewable, that I'm not to be taken as serious because I don't have my face or my real name out on the internet. And then he would view me calling his show boring and fake as an attack on himself, because that unfortunately is just how he is. He's very petty about that sort of thing. And what I would like to say, given that hypothetical, is that, quite frankly, I don't really care too much for any of those opinions. This isn't 2010 anymore. This isn't the early days of YouTube. Me being able to say what I say, whether I have my face and name out or not, is irrelevant, because it would still matter of what I'm saying. If someone like Mr. Mediker, for example, can make thousands of dollars, have thousands of views and whatnot, and not have to show his face, anybody can do it. And that's just the opinion that I will forever have. And there's plenty of people out there that don't show their face, and they have plenty of videos, plenty of content, plenty of viewers, so on and so on. I don't really think that that's much of an argument these days. But I do know that whether or not he talks about my channel in particular, I know that one thing is for certain, especially for both him and the Booger Man, is that my channel, whether mentioned or not, will live rent-free in their heads, because of the fact that I am part of the quote-unquote commentary bro community. I make commentary videos. So therefore I am constantly always on their mind, because that is the one group of people that old Keem and Booger Man will constantly talk about being the run-of-the-mill videos and run-of-the-mill channels that they hate and try to avoid. Which is perfectly fine by me. I would rather keep true and genuine to myself and keep true and genuine to my actual fan base and viewer base than I would ever be anything else. And yeah, I agree with Zanya in the chat. Some of the best videos are commentary videos, so what can you do? Well, anyways, so where I'm going to leave this, like I said, I want to go off and do a different stream and do some more fun things than focus on the drama that's here. But because I have covered it before, I kind of just wanted to give my final 2 cents and consider that essentially the nail in the coffin as far as the subject itself goes. Is that Nicholas Diorio, as said, did his own video, essentially exposing the secret stream that Keem was doing. He ended up getting a phone call. Through that particular video, he ended up doing another. Video, another stream with Tommy C, a former host of Lolcow Live, and Tommy C essentially spilled the beans that whenever it came to Lolcow Live, the whole thing of him getting fired was a lead up to bringing back an old podcast that Keemstar also had a hold of, and Tommy essentially told him, yeah, I'm not doing that. So, and for those of you that haven't heard of it that are interested, they used to do a show called, I do believe it's called Baited, and it was very big, like back in the earlier days of YouTube. Of course, anybody who wasn't around during that time has no idea what I'm talking about now, and that's perfectly fine. But needless to say, Keemstar had his hand around that one too, and basically is doing the same thing that he's doing with Lolcow Live. Has full ownership of it. Tries to tell everybody that everybody's got equal shares and whatnot. Turns out that that's obviously not the case, and that he just splits the profits however he wants, and at any time he can just be like, yeah, you're out, see you later, and that's just basically it. But kind of outed Keemstar for who he already was, and who I kind of figured what he was, which is he's very petty. He considers any attack on his business or anything that he's running as a personal attack, which is just ridiculous in my opinion. If you're running a corner store, and and in that corner store you only have certain things, and I say that one of your employees at your corner store sucks, I'm not saying that you and your business suck. I'm just saying that that person that's there sucks. It's a completely different thing than saying that the person who owns the business sucks. And it's the same thing that Nicholas Diorio and Tommy C and a lot of the quote-unquote commentary bros have been saying about that particular podcast for a while, is that the podcast itself just sucks. And they're not wrong. They had a good highlight for about a week, and now it's back down to getting some of the lowest numbers that it normally gets. And of course, because of the fact that they're having having 2 shows every week, they still consider that a win. So good for them. It's whatever as far as that's concerned. I'm not going to sit here and measure analytics because it really doesn't matter. But yeah, my 2 cents is the show as of now, because they've gotten over the whole drama sphere of Booger Man, it's just now gone back to what it was before, which is irrelevant. It's boring. There's really nothing to watch or talk about. I frankly am not interested in seeing Booger Man and Wings of Redemption go to the grocery store. It's just, it doesn't, it's appealing to the very lowest common denominator on the internet, and that's basically like, can we make a meme out of it? If yes, then we do it. If not, then we don't. And sure, memes in and of themselves live forever, but just like Booger Man's crypto coin, Meme coins are not built to last. Neither is meme channels. They're just not meant to last. Okay, well, there you go. Like I said, this has been stewing on my brain for like the last 3 days. I've been in too much pain to even do anything, but now that I'm feeling just a little bit better and got up enough energy, I just went ahead and got this out of the way, get it done. Now I'm going to end this stream and move over to Twitch, and we are going to be getting back into some gaming. Anybody who is ready, willing, and interested to do that can hop over there. I'll throw up the command. Should pop up in the chat. There we are. So if you all want to head over there and wait for me, that's cool. Otherwise, it'll be going up in the next couple of minutes. I do appreciate anybody and everybody who came by. You are always loved and appreciated here. If you like these sort of things, if you like hearing me talk over dumb shit, if you like gaming in any sort of way and want to join in the fun with me, you can always subscribe to me here, follow me on Twitch, all that mumbo jumbo and jazz. Should be fun. Yeah, that's really all I got. So thank you all for coming by. Thank everyone who's stopping in. Thank everyone who stops in later. As said, if you like this content, then do what you normally do with the YouTubes, and do what you normally do with Twitch as well. So until next time, at least for YouTube, I will catch you all later.